All right, welcome to the News Unlocked. This week in Xbox News, Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
I love 2014 because all these new cool video games are getting announced.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Amid this week of
My favorite part's Sochi.
The Olympics?
Just the fact that I found out that there was a place in Russia called Sochi.
Yeah. Ugh, you're the worst.
And like a horrible place in Russia, apparently, too. Where did you see the pictures
of the
like,
hotels and
all the journalists tweeting
open manholes everywhere?
Yeah, good times. Anyway,
It's been a sad year full of layoffs and studio closures.
Jesus, today was the worst.
Today sucked.
this is bad.
Oh, what's up? You like Disney Interactive? We don't. We're Disney. Blah, everyone's gone. But the game announcements have been real nice this year. It's like when you're sad on Christmas and then you get a present, you're like, oh, this
Way to
makes
turn
it a
that
little
frown
easier.
upside down, Mitch.
Optimism. Yeah, Batman Arkham Knight was announced this week. The next game from Rocksteady Studios, and I am very
Is it
excited.
the game we deserve, but not the game we need right now?
Oh, it's the game you're going to get this fall.
Woohoo!
Next gen only. It is not coming to 360, not coming to PS3, which
Suck it, poor kids.
it seems like that seems impossible.
Marty!
That seems impossible to me that
Yeah.
there's not going to be a 360
That's
version
ballsy.
of the next Rocksteady game.
So as a gamer, awesome. Looking at it from a business perspective, they are insane.
Insanity.
And
Yep,
nuts.
yep, yep.
My conspiracy theory is that there will be, like Blackgate on Vita and coming soon to PC, there will be some kind of like companion game for 360 PS3, probably by WB Montreal, reusing those assets in the same way they did for Arkham City.
But how many teams are at WB Montreal? Because Origins just shipped. You
Yeah.
really think they could turn around like
it shipped 6 months ago. I feel like they could, if you give them 16 months, 18
Maybe,
months
yeah.
to
I
knock
guess
out
we'll
like
find
a
out.
Batman port of some kind. Like
Batport.
maybe a prequel. I don't know.
Where's Badport?
A bad port.
Port to me.
Oh boy. I mean, the highlights of this is it's single player only. The city is like something like 5 times bigger than Arkham City.
You're checking all the right
Yep.
boxes
Yep.
so far, my friend.
Batmobile with Batmobile skins.
What? Hold on. Stop the show.
I'm a little bit worried about that.
Well, how?
I don't know.
That's
I don't
like
know if
the
I want
best
to drive a
thing, isn't it?
Batmobile.
You don't. Hold on.
You're a dummy.
Do I need to rewind the show back and listen to that again?
Will that make us go back in time?
I don't know, but so no, all right, okay, seriously, go because this is Batmobile is the most exciting thing to me.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
curious to hear your.
One of my favorite things about the Arkham games has been the sense of aerial traversal.
Yep.
Like, I
Yeah.
love the grappling hook. I love being able to glide. Like I love the fact that you gain this momentum, and it feels different than all these other open world games. It's sort of that thing that separates it from that and the combat that separate it from when we were talking about open world games before,
Yeah.
like the GTAs and everything. Just worried about what incentive do I have to drive places when I could do this?
Speed.
It was
chase.
like-
What if it's a chase though, right? Like if Two-Face jumps in a car and he's tearing up the town, you're not gonna be able to like, oh, I got him.
So do you guys
Jump
think
out
it'll
on
be like an open
glide.
world thing, or it'll be
It
like
is,
certain
yeah.
missions will be the car?
No, you can call it at literally
Okay.
any time.
Yeah, and to your point, like you can. It's if I read it correctly, you can jump out of it
You
while
eject.
it's in motion.
You eject.
Eject at any point, and it's like Just Cause, where you just like shoot out of your car and then
And
you
then you
grapple
grapple
onto stuff.
Okay.
So you can use it to then
sort
start
of
gliding effectively.
I want to be able to call it and have it smash through a wall.
No,
If I'm
I
inside-
was
if I'm
thinking, like-
indoors. I want it to come smash through a wall and hurt people.
I'm like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, it's like Red Dead. It's like Red Dead where you, and the horse
Yeah.
comes and
First, you're
out of
hacking
nowhere.
cancer patients
No,
and
no, no.
Watchdog.
Like,
boy.
they're bad people though. They're like telemarketers.
What would be amazing?
All right, you know what? You're right.
When you call your car in Zoo Tycoon and it just comes like launching off a ramp from behind you, I want that to be the Batmobile.
Yeah. Or I want to be able to just call it and win every boss fight in like 2 seconds because like Two-Face just gets ran over by a car.
Can you believe, like, the Batmobile just rolls up, the cockpit opens. Where would you like to go, Master Wayne? Don't call me Master Wayne. I'm in my costume.
Dad, I'm
in
with my
suit.
friends. Oh, I forgot.
yeah, I mean-
my dad's dead.
That
was persuade.
I had a dream many years ago.
You've had a lot of dreams.
I
this
do. I
episode.
dream a lot of video game things. But really, like, when Splinter Cell first came out back in 2002, yeah, November 2002, my dream was that team, because at that time Ubisoft had the Batman
They
license.
did a Begins
that's
game that was kind of
right.
like weak
yeah.
Splinter Cell.
I thought EA did that game.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure. We'll look it up after.
Yeah,
the
you
show.
might be right. But they had like Rise of Sin Tzu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Dark Tomorrow and
Yep.
some other things. But anyway, so yeah, Ubisoft had the Batman license, and Montreal had just broken through with this incredible Light and Shadows stealth game.
Sure.
And my dream was for Ubisoft, was for the Splinter Cell team to make an open world Batman game where you could patrol the rooftops and engage with random criminals and drive the Batmobile around an open world. So this is
your dream.
12 years later, it's finally happening.
Clint Hawking's the lead.
You better enjoy. Oh my God, you better enjoy it because it's the last Batman game Rocksteady's going to make.
But they said it's the last of this trilogy.
Do you think that maybe this will be like the Justice League setup,
100%,
so they can do a Justice League game?
10,000%.
You don't think Rocksteady is getting tired of Batman? That they want to do their own thing, or even another WB license?
So they are owned by WB, right? I believe after Asylum, they were purchased outright. So they will be making Batman games, I think.
I wouldn't be surprised if they staff up to the point where Rocksteady can have 2 teams.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
When Sefton Hill, the creative director and the studio head, I think he's studio head. When this announcement came out, he said very specifically, "We are a one-team studio." Like, by design, they want to be that way. Yeah. They only do one game at a time.
Good for them. Yeah.
They focus on one game, they get it done, they do it as best as they can, and they ship. So I'd be surprised to see if they do expand it that way.
Mm-hmm.
One of my other dreams is which Greg Miller shares, is for Rocksteady after this to do Batman Beyond. Open world with the show
like the super
aesthetics.
Future,
Yeah, where you could fly around.
And you can play as a Batman whose first name is Terry. And he's voiced by Eric from Boy Meets World.
Do we need to have words outside?
This is going to be a weird podcast with just me on here.
I never watched Batman Beyond, but conceptually it's all so funny to me. His name is Terry.
What's wrong with the name Terry?
It's not very
Terry Gross's name's Terry.
Bruce Wayne is 2 first names. At least Terry McGinnis has a last name. Suck it, Bruce.
He's too Irish for me, though.
I'm Irish.
Well, McGinnis, McCaffrey. Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Painted myself in the corner.
Anyway. So what do you think? Do you think this is it for them with Batman? You think
I
they're
think
done?
they've earned their creative freedom. Like, this is a studio that's been doing Batman games nonstop for 6-7 years.
Yes, but they're owned by...
Yeah, but WB also has a massive roster of things that they could cull from. If Rocksteady were to say, you know what, we were really happy doing Batman. We want to finish our story. But then we want to do something that is our own, even if it's not a new IP. We want to start over. We want to do Arkham, but for
Harry Potter.
Blank.
That's what I want.
Nice.
I've wanted that for a while. Yeah.
I mean, and you look at Shadow of Middle-earth, or Shadow of Mordor, and that game is basically, hey, what if we did Arkham, but for Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
I feel like there's enough in the WB well for Rocksteady to look at and go, oh, shit, this sounds
But after
awesome.
seeing how
I'd love to do this
Origins panned out as opposed to City and Asylum, I think they're a little weary about giving the Arkham license to, or the Batman license.
This man knows what he's talking about over here.
WB has to know that wasn't Montreal's fault. It was theirs. It was time.
Yeah, it was time.
It was time. Hey, have these assets, make a game in a year.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah, but man, do I want a Justice League game? Makes so much sense.
Warner
Bros. Needs that game.
I get your point about creative freedom. Yeah, 100%. But Batman is not only the most recognizable character in the entire WB stable.
Superman.
No, not in the video game space. Okay. People don't buy Superman video games because there haven't been any good ones.
And maybe Rocksteady's new thing is Superman.
Well, but I know, and yes, I understand that there haven't been any good Superman there weren't any good Batman games until Rocksteady did one. Yeah. But Batman is, I think, too big, and my feeling is that Rocksteady will make another Batman game or Batman trilogy or what have you, but be given complete freedom to do whatever they want with it, whether it's their own take on it, or like a Silver Age thing, which was a rumor a couple of years back.
And I think that proved to be Origins.
I guess, yeah.
Where it was like kind of Silver Age stuff, like Silver Age villains, and
I just don't see. I think there's also enough creative freedom within Batman. I think that's what I'm driving at.
And even there was that prototype they were working on a Gotham by Gaslamp game.
Oh yeah,
came out?
The steampunk Batman game.
Yeah,
wasn't that first person too?
No,
the video I remember was third person.
I remember third person because it specifically had like insane cape physics.
Yeah,
because this cape was huge.
They were called ICPs.
Insane clown posses.
Insane cape physics.
Sometimes I wish that you were not alive. Today is one of those days.
Damn. But yeah, I don't know. I would be willing to place a gentleman's bet. Of lunch.
That Rocksteady's fourth game.
Rocksteady's next game after Arkham Knight will be some sort of Batman game.
I'm going to say it's another WB property.
Will lunch
even if it's DC, I don't think it will be a Batman game.
Okay. So what are the parameters? So what if Batman's in it? So what do we?
If Batman is not the primary character,
Okay.
If it's a Justice League game and Batman is the guy you play, okay, that's
What
a
if
Batman
it's
game.
a Justice League game where you can switch to sort of whoever you want? Then are we just calling the bet off at that point?
Yeah,
Because
that'll be a.
that's like
we
it
go
just
to In and
cancels
Out.
out.
That's a
Just do what we
mulligan.
It
normally
just
do.
it just cancels out. All right.
Okay.
So are we doing this? We're doing it.
I'm down.
The bet is on film.
Yeah, if you guys were listening, did you hear that handshake? Well, rewind it and listen louder. Turn up the volume. Hands were shaking.
With that bet in place, I'm going to step out for a few minutes and go shoot a video with IGN's Greg Miller.
I hate you.
I'll
We can
return.
handle it.
I'll return.
As there's just
Stay the course.
20 minutes of awkward silence.
It's just dead air for.